Hello everybody, I'm James Quattro, and this week we've got the 2023 Ford Bronco two-door Big Bend. All right, let's start under the hood. This one here has the 2.7 liter twin turbo EcoBoost V6. So tons of power on a vehicle that is relatively small. I mean, very short wheelbase, lots of power. And this one here is the Big Bend Mid Series. And I'll tell you a little bit about the difference between non-mid and mid. But we'll start up front. So it's got the carbonized gray grille, which matches the roof, as well as some other things like the wheels, with the white Bronco lettering on the front. It's got the LED fog lights down in the bottom. And if you come around the side, with each Bronco trim level, they have different wheels. A great way to differentiate the different models. This one here has 17-inch carbonized gray wheels with 32-inch all-terrain tires. You can get any of this series with the Sasquatch package. This one does not, and that gets you the beadlock wheels with the big, much bigger, much more aggressive Goodyear Wrangler tires. But this one here does not have that package. You do have the fender flares, and again, if you get the Sasquatch, they're much wider. Big Bend comes with their unique Big Bend badging on the door sills. And then with the Big Bend Mid package, you do get smart entry system. So just pull the door handle, it unlocks automatically. Being a two-door, it does have a standard hardtop. So all the two doors are gonna have the hardtop. The front section comes off in halves, just like it does on the four-door. Very easy to take them off and store them in the back. The rear section has a few Torx bolts in the back, which I can show you when we get back there. And then the top comes off. It does take two people to take that off. All right, now onto the rear of the vehicle. Very similar to the Wrangler, you do have a fifth full-size matching wheel on the back. They do make covers that can go over this with the Bronco logo from Ford. They're only like, I think $50 or $60, so not bad. The backup camera is mounted in the center of the wheel, and then those covers do accommodate the camera as well, so that way you can still utilize the camera. Of course, your third brake light back here above the wheel. If you are going to upgrade the wheels and tires, this is one of those things you got to be careful of because the third brake light is in the way. There are brackets though to accommodate those things as well. So, and the rear, being this has got the mid package, you do have the smart key. So again, just pull the handle, it automatically unlocks, and it opens up, quite a ways. And then if you look around the vehicle, anywhere you see these accessory ready, it's actually designed for an accessory. And also if you look around, any of the bolts that have the Bronco stamped into the bolt head are also designed to be removed for accessories as well. They do make things like a table that folds down here. There are other accessories through Ford that you can get that mounts to the door. On the hardtop, the glass does open, which is nice. Two-door, not as much space as you get in the four-door because you got the seats in the way. Underneath here, you've got your jack, your funnel for the gas, as well as your tools, and a little storage, additional storage up here, which is nice as well. And the seats go down very easy. All you got to do is just pull one little tether, and down they go on both sides. So it definitely increases the amount of cargo space. Unfortunately, the seats do take up quite a bit of room in the back seat. Unfortunately, I wish they could have found a way to make them a little bit more level so that way you're not dealing with that. But with a full frame vehicle, that can be very difficult. Back here, you've got your speakers, as well as a map light and a 12-volt power in here as well, which is very, very nice. You get your tie downs here. There's 4 tie downs on either side. Keep in mind this is all designed to be taken off, and I think the Bronco looks really attractive with the top off. It's got a nice roll cage through here. Your speakers are mounted to that. In order to take the top off, to completely take the top off, it's very simple. You got to remove the front 2 panels, which are just a couple of convertible style kind of turnstiles, and those come off. And then in the back, you've just got 3 Torx on either side that got to be removed, and then you've got the wiring harness here and the washer, which both have a spot right here to plug in when you have the top off, so that way they're not just dangling around all messy, and then the whole top comes off. So very simple, and really kind of what this car is all about, right? So no back door. This is only a 2-door Bronco, and look how short it is, really. If you look at it, I could probably almost touch both hubs of the front wheels. They're a very short wheelbase, and again with the smart key, just hold the handle and pull. And then in here you've got the power lock control, of course your handle. Now, the cool thing about the Bronco is that this thing was designed to be easily have the doors and the roof removed. And we talked about that a lot. That's really a very important part of this whole vehicle. And that doesn't stop with the doors. Now, on the door you've got 2 bolts, one on the top, one on the bottom. And in the glove box you actually get a toolkit, and in the toolkit has the proper size ratchet and socket to be able to do that. So just take those, and then there's actually a handle here that says lift. You just grab that handle and the whole door comes off. Very important, make sure that the window is down when you do it. You can't take it down once it's out, and obviously there's a lot of risk. There's no frame on the window. A lot of risk that could be damaged if you don't put the window down first. So very important, if you take the doors off, make sure you put the windows down before you remove the door. All right, let's hop in. All right, now that I'm back here, not a horrible amount of leg room here. I've got probably about 6 inches of leg room here. I'm not really sure how far up that seat is, but you know, I have to imagine it probably goes back to memory. I can check that out later. And really the seating position looks like somewhere where I would be sitting driving. So plenty of leg room back here, plenty of headroom. You know, so really, I mean, you could easily fit 4 adults back here, and that's all it's rated for. There is no middle seat here for a third person. It's just a 2-seater back here. And you do have USB A and C, as well as 110 power on the bottom. So not too bad back here. You just looking at the vehicle, it looks like this rugged off-road vehicle, but really when you're back here, it just feels comfortable, and you've got plenty of amenities. I got a cup holder here. Really nothing to complain about. Not a whole lot to talk about either. You do have a dome light back here. So, in all reality, not a bad back seat. All right, now the driver's seat, the most important seat. And man, I love it. It's just a big bend, so it's not the lowest level. It'd be the second lowest level, and then it is kind of the middle of that. So you've got plenty in here as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if I was to order a Bronco, this is probably it's got more than everything I need, really. Let's start with the steering wheel. Now, keep in mind, all the buttons that are in here are designed to get wet. So where normally you'd have a button that you push and it would, you know, there'd be like a separation between the button and the pad. On this, they're all sealed up, which is great for what you're using this vehicle for. So you've got your cruise control over here. Now, being the mid package, it does have the active lane keep assist, which you would not get on just the regular Big Bend. Over here you got your Bluetooth, and then the buttons for the screen behind the steering wheel, where you can do all kinds of cool stuff in here. One of my favorite things about the Bronco is kind of just the neat little off-road things that they put in here. You got your off-road status. It'll show you what your four-wheel drive is doing currently. It also will show your compass, outside temperature, of course speed and RPMs. You can look at your pitch and roll, which if you're really off-roading is very important. Tire pressures. You've got a kind of a gauge screen, which will show you turbo boost, as well as coolant and transmission temperature, battery voltage. You can do just the turbo boost, just the oil temperature, just the transmission temperature, or just the battery voltage. And those are the off-road. No, that's all the screens. As far as status goes, of course, trip and that as well. As we kind of move over here, now keep in mind this whole vehicle is designed to be accessorized, and that's all over the vehicle, no matter where you look. Up here on the dashboard, it's actually got an accessory that you can put that goes across the dash here, where you can mount GoPros and other accessories there. These ones here are called your hero switches. Being that it doesn't have the Sasquatch package, the only hero switches you have on this one in particular is trail control, traction control on and off, and then your hazards. So on some of the other levels you can get front and rear differential locks, and some other things as well. So those would all be up here. It's got a very nice touchscreen. Looks like Sync 3. It would have been the largest size that you could get before the days of the 12-inch screens, so it's plenty big. You can control, obviously, your audio and things. Also, you do have features where you got your driver's assistance, as well as some towing options as well. And then here's where you can control all your different aids, whether change the sensitivity of them or completely turn them off. Your backup camera is in there as well, and then when you have your backup camera on, there is parking sensor off buttons there. With the mid package, you do get dual zone automatic climate controls. You get heated seats. It's also got remote start, and of course you can use your Ford Pass to unlock, lock, start it, locate it, do all kinds of stuff on there. Kind of a cool little, there's lots of little Easter eggs. I didn't really spend a whole lot of time going over Easter eggs in the vehicle, but one of the kind of the cool ones here is on the recirculate button. It's got a little Bronco, which is kind of cool. Down here in the cubby, you've got USB A and C, so some charging there, as well as a little storage here. The tray does come out if you needed to clean it out as well, which is always great. Couple cup holders. Because the doors can be taken off on this vehicle, you do have your power window switches over here, as well as your power mirrors are all here. So even if the doors are missing, you've still got the... Well, I guess I don't know why you'd need the power mirror or power windows if the doors are off. But power mirrors, keep in mind that's one of the big differences between the Bronco and the Wrangler, is the mirrors. Even when you take the doors off, the mirrors stay right on the fenders. So power mirrors, definitely important in the middle. I guess if you think about it, power windows, not so much. But the one thing it does do is it keeps them a little bit more protected over here out of the weather. Center console. In here you've got a little change holder that mounts on the top here. No charging or anything in there. That does mount there. You get a glove box. The seats are really comfortable. They are manual. You got recline lumbar, or this is to raise and lower the seat. A little pump action there, and then to slide. It does have auto dimming mirror. It's got the lighted vanity mirrors, which is on the big bend, and obviously all the levels above it as well. So there you have it, the 2023 Ford Bronco two-door Big Bend. It is a lot of power in a small little package. If you really truly are the off-roading enthusiast, this is the one to have. Please make sure you like my video if you like what you see here. I'd love to make more. Click the subscribe. That really does help me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so maybe someday YouTube will actually pay me for this. And this one is still available for sale here at Burdick Ford. I'll put in the description below when it does sell. Until next time, see you later.